I'd like to welcome everybody to my channel, and for those of you that are new, I'm Larry Olson, and I share information through the lens of neuroscience and cognitive psychology. And you know what I'd like to talk a little bit about today is how to get to that next level in the workplace. You know, so many of us recognize that sometimes we're passed over for positions we think that we deserve. Sometimes we're put into positions that we feel that are less than. And sometimes we get over our head. No matter what the situation may be, I want you to stop for a moment and I want you to pay attention to something that's very important and why all of these things are happening to you. And it's what you're thinking about. As you know, it's not the circumstance, but how we talk about the circumstance that causes our next action to take place. When you take the time out and you ask yourself, what type of leadership brings out the best in me? What is it that transpires? How am I talked to? How am I listened to? What kind of mannerisms are used that show me that people are interested in me? Because it's really interesting how we will go out of our way for those that are interested in us, for those that actually listen to us. I remember one time going out to dinner and I was with a gentleman that I just met who was asking one question after another about me. And by the time the dinner was over, I was raving about this guy. And they asked me, well, what does he do? And I go, I don't know. And they go, well, where's he from? And I go, well, I don't know. Why was I so fascinated in someone that I didn't even know? And that's absolutely correct, because they took an interest in me. Something that rarely happens in our lives. More often than not, people listen to us to find out enough to be able to fix us or to be able to give us some kind of resolution or solution to the challenge we're sharing or to the aspirations that we have. But when someone really drills down and starts asking us questions about our answers, we really begin to recognize that a transformation is occurring. We're starting to find value in this individual. And it's one of the greatest leadership tools that you can have, and that's your curiosity in others. It's something that we were born with. It's really innate. It's why when we were little we asked so many questions about why. And when we didn't get the answer, you know, we'd continue to ask the question. Well, then we reached a point in our lives when we stopped asking the question and we started accepting the answers. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, am I the type of leader around others that they find interested? They find that I'm, interested in them? Do I behave like I would like to be treated? Do I find that those that are influential positions, what are they acting like? How are they behaving? And am I picking up the qualities and characteristics that bring out the best in me so that I can now start treating others that way? And the moment, because this happens at the speed of thought, the moment me bringing out the best in them becomes more important than what they can do for me is the moment my leadership styles transcends. And you know what? It not only am I able to crush it at work, but I come home renewed and refreshed. And that's what's really essential for longevity and for really bringing our health up and building our immune system, because we're now flooding ourselves with serotonin and endorphins that are now healing and putting us into positions where we're now able to bring to the party something so magnificent that others are drawn towards it. And when you're drawn towards something, you're willing to follow them. Now, I have something that I'd like to share with you for those of you that are interested in being able to get into the real science and understanding of how all of that is possible that I just shared with you. And it's a new formula that I've developed that's called the Leadership Blueprint, Building Success at Last. This thing's going to start in 20 days, so time is running out. In fact, it's less than that as I speak. It ends on the 20th of this month. And I'd love to invite you to attend. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, being able to crush it at work and still have all the energy and vibrancy to be present at home, then I look forward to seeing you. And you may ask yourself, what do I got to give up to join that? And I'll tell you everything that's currently holding you back.